Call of Duty Vanguard is a game that's been all over the map for me since it came out, and it's hard for me to talk about it because, well, I'm almost embarrassed that I was so into it at launch. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think this is a bad game. I'm just disappointed with its current direction. I recently made a video about how the aesthetic direction of the game is just non-existent and it's gonna make it a very forgettable experience for me, years down the line. But worse than that, this game is still sitting on some bugs that it's had since like December. It's been like 2 months, and there's been no changes to the aim assist toggling off glitch, and several other ones that impede gameplay, like disconnecting from your friends after every couple of games if you're playing with more than one person or you're playing with a crossplay person. Also, sometimes the game just kicks me out and says I need to buy the game, I hit OK, and then it loads right back up. Like, that's relatively small stuff, but it's still annoying. I recently saw that Exclusive Ace uploaded a video about new problems that got added with Season 2, and I am genuinely scared to click on it. I can't believe how many views you get if you actually provide something to your audience. That's insane. But let's talk about the new additions to the game, and first of all, I don't have the new weapons or perks or lethal equipment, but I did play with them a little bit in a private match, and they seem fine, except for I don't get them adding a perk that counters a counter perk. Like, Sledgehammer, in all of your games, you've never really shown me that you are qualified, uniquely or at all, to balance a game. I've never seen that from you guys, but you do not need to put a perk in the game that allows players to counter-engineer users. You see, Engineer is a powerful perk because it turns a skill-less piece of equipment like a shock charge, a bouncing Betty, a claymore, an IED, a piece of C4, it turns that into a bright red danger beacon that tells everybody to stay away. Now, I am not on the anti-camper hate train that a lot of people are on. I don't mind if somebody wants to play campy or conservative, I do it sometimes. But the nice thing has always been, I can counter whatever thing they're hiding behind, whether it's a S-mine or a bouncing Betty or a claymore or whatever. I should be able to see it. If I die to some planted explosives, I can turn on Engineer and see where they're placing their ammo boxes and their field mics, and that's awesome. Having a perk that counters that sucks. Now, it is in a very contestable tier 1, so you do have to give up a lot of other perks to use it, but it's just added frustration. It's not necessarily practical, and the only people that are gonna use this are people that are up to no good. I made a video about how the Demolition Charge and S-Mine create a really powerful IED style explosive that's super versatile. And now, if somebody's using that combination and I switch to Engineer and they switch to the perk that counters Engineer, that's gonna be a nightmare. Where's the perk that counters the perk that counters Engineer, Sledgehammer? Also, there's another perk they've added to the Battle Pass called Mechanic, where field upgrades charge 20% faster. And that's in tier 3. So if you want to have a perk that hides your equipment from Engineer, and then have your equipment or your field upgrade charge 20% faster, you can? So you can just get ammo boxes over and over again, and an Engineer user won't be able to track you down, find you, and you can just keep placing down S-mines and demo charges. This is cancer. Last season, they literally added a perk that lets you take less damage while sprinting, and now they have a perk that counters Engineer, which has cemented my original idea about Sledgehammer, which is that they do not know how to balance things in a Call of Duty game. They don't know when to stop. They ask themselves, can we and not should we? I feel like this is almost Activision's hand in the game, maybe trying to make the Battle Pass a little bit more lucrative by putting these very new perks into the game. Like, we've never had a perk that just straight up counters Engineer, or a perk that just makes you tank more bullets because you're running. And the fact that those are the first Battle Pass perks we've ever gotten, Again, when it comes to the new weapons, I don't really care. I haven't used them yet. I'm imagining their weapons. I might review them, might not. Reviewing guns in a game that's this unstable, that's a whole other thing. Hold on, let's talk about the new maps. I don't mind Gondola. I think Gondola's kind of cool. It's got a fun gimmick. Like, hitching a ride on a gondola and then shooting down at enemies is fun. Shooting at people that are passing by on the opposite gondola is fun. It's an enjoyable gimmick, a cool looking map. I love the snowy aesthetic, and you know what? This map just rocks. I'm just gonna say it. I like this map a lot. Good job, Sledgehammer. It's not perfect, and that's kind of what happens when you go for creativity or versatility. You lose balance, you lose predictability, but That's fine. This map is pretty cool. Other than some really annoying back flank routes, I really don't mind. But the next map, Casablanca, this is the worst Call of Duty map I've played in a long time. Now you guys know me. I love my complicated, messy maps. I like my interesting, intriguing large maps. I like all that stuff. I hate this. This is god-awful. I have no idea where to rest my eyes or my iron sights when I'm running around on this map. Even the largest Modern Warfare 2019 maps were clear-cut enough so I always knew where to keep my eyes, whereas this map, it's such a weird blend of appearances, weird, head glitching walls stacked in front of each other. They're all the same color, there's all the same tint, they're all the same shade, and you don't know which area an enemy's gonna come from. There's flank routes on flank routes and passageways. I went into a private match, just walked around the map, and every single corner, every room has some weird level of line of sight here, flank route there, intricacy here or there, little nook and cranny to hide in over here. This map feels to me how people described MW 2019's maps, but it's actually this bad. And the spawns to boot are terrible. Objective, non-objective modes, doesn't matter. I'll just spawn with an enemy in front of me and behind me, or somebody has a weird line of sight across the map to me. It is the weirdest map ever. I'm gonna love it for private matches because I love 1v1ing or doing a 3-person free-for-all with friends on a map that's convoluted because we all just fuck with each other. It's great, it's good fun. But for an actual competitive map to play domination or hardpoint on, I hate this map. It makes me want to sit in a corner with a shotgun, and I think that's just how I'm gonna play it. When it comes to the Valentine's Day stuff, that's the only sentence you're gonna hear about it. Moving on though, it's really annoying that the Trello board is still filled with issues that have persisted for months, but yet Vanguard just activated their ranked play beta. I can still feel my aim assist turn off on certain enemies. I lose the gunfight, I watch the kill cam, and I see that they have cold-blooded. That issue is still in the game. It's only really affecting PC and Xbox as far as I know, and the fact that they're adding in a ranked play before fixing an aim assist shutting down issue, it just makes me hate the game a little bit. I think Battlefield 2042 and Halo Infinite are worse than Vanguard just because Infinite has 0 content and I have to wait, I think, 75 days for the next actual bit of meaningful gameplay content. And Battlefield 2042, well, let's just say I'm one of those 200,000 people that have asked for a refund. I will say at least Vanguard, during even its really buggy state right now, is still playable and I'm able to go in and get some kill streaks. And that's one of the last things I want to mention. The ball turret kill streak is a ton of fun. This is a great addition to the game. I actually want to earn this. Or at least I did. I was told by a subscriber that it's not supposed to last for a minute, it's only supposed to last for 30 seconds. Well, that killed my enthusiasm to go for it ever again. Like again, I don't think Vanguard's a bad game. I think if you like just the rooty-tooty point-and-shooty Call of Duty action and you're not burnt on the formula, Vanguard's fine. It's fun to play around in, and I kinda wanna get my M1 Garand Gold. I just wish it was better. I wish that the momentum that it had at launch was being carried. It's getting consistent content updates, and there's always something to grind for, which is, amazing compared to the other 2 games that came out. But it's not hard to be amazing compared to the other 2 games that came out. Now, I didn't talk about zombies in this video because I want that to be its own video. See, it took me 8 minutes just to talk about multiplayer. My current stance on Vanguard during Season 2 is sledgehammer, pull your head out of your ass and fix your bugs before you start adding ranked play modes. The ball turret gunner is great, but don't just limit it to 30 seconds. Honestly, make it 35 or lower the kill requirement. For 12 kills, I think 45 seconds is better than 30. Gondola is a really unique and fun map, and I just love the way it looks. It's great for sniper battles and even some close range flanking. It's really good stuff. But Casablanca is the worst Call of Duty map I have played in a long time. I wish Casablanca was a part of a 4-map DLC pack that I could have just not purchased. I think what's sad about Vanguard is that my stance from launch really hasn't changed other than, the bad bugs and awful cosmetics being added. But really, that's the sad part. I don't think the game's gonna get any better than what it was at launch. Really, the only thing this game has going for it for me is lots of guns, lots of maps, it's fun to play with friends. At the end of its life cycle, I think it's going to be a very mixed bag, a very forgettable entry in the series, and I feel like it's just going to live in the shadow of Modern Warfare 2019, and then it's going to be completely blacked out by Modern Warfare 2 when it comes out later this year. But my next video will be about Modern Warfare 2019. I'm going to be talking about my opinions on it and if it's still worth picking up and playing today. I'm also gonna do a video where I compare Vanguard to Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard to Modern Warfare 2019, and those will be long, meaty, ranty videos. So if you like that kind of content, subscribe, hit the bell icon, like this video, and tell me your thoughts on Vanguard currently. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.